What if one of the most powerful cancer-fighting tools in the world is already sitting in your kitchen right now, hidden inside ordinary foods you've probably eaten your entire life? Most people believe aging automatically means weaker immunity, slower healing, and a higher risk of disease. But scientists at Harvard, the Mayo Clinic, and the National Institutes of Health have been uncovering something extraordinary. Certain foods don't just support health. They may actually activate the body's own defense systems in ways researchers once thought only medicine could do. And here's the shocking part. Researchers discovered that a tiny tumor without a blood supply cannot grow larger than the tip of a ballpoint pen. But once new blood vessels begin feeding it, that same tumor can grow explosively, up to 16,000 times larger in just 2 weeks. Now imagine learning that some natural foods appear capable of interfering with that very process. Not through harsh diets, not through starvation, not through fear, but through simple daily choices. For decades, many older adults have been told that staying healthy means giving up everything enjoyable. No butter, no dessert, no comfort foods, no freedom. Eventually, eating becomes stressful instead of nourishing. But what if the real secret to longevity isn't deprivation at all? What if adding the right foods could strengthen your immune system, protect your DNA, support your gut bacteria, and even help your body defend itself naturally as you age? In today's video, you'll discover several science-backed foods that researchers believe may help support the body's natural health defenses, from blueberries that may strengthen immune cells, to broccoli sprouts that shocked scientists with their effects on immune response, to one fuzzy green fruit that may help protect your DNA from damage. And the best part is this: most of these foods are inexpensive, easy to find, and simple enough to include in your routine starting today. By the end of this video, you may never look at your grocery list the same way again. If you believe food can be medicine, leave a comment below and tell us which healthy food has helped you the most over the years. And if you enjoy learning simple science-backed ways to age stronger, healthier, and more confidently, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone you love. Because sometimes, the smallest changes create the biggest transformations. Hashtag tip number 1. Everyday foods that may help support healthy blood vessel balance. One of the most fascinating ideas in modern nutrition research is that certain everyday foods may help the body maintain healthier blood vessel balance. To understand this, imagine a tiny seed lying in dry soil. Without water, that seed may remain quiet. But once water reaches it, growth can begin quickly. Scientists have studied something similar inside the body. Tiny abnormal cell clusters may remain limited when they do not have enough blood supply. But when new blood vessels begin feeding them, growth may become easier. This process is called angiogenesis. Again, angiogenesis is not bad by itself. Your body needs it for healing wounds, repairing tissue, and staying alive. But when this process becomes abnormal, researchers believe it may play a role in certain diseases. That is why scientists became interested in foods that contain natural plant compounds that may help support healthier vascular function, inflammation balance, and cellular signaling. Green tea is one example. Green tea contains plant compounds called polyphenol, especially EGCG. These compounds have been studied for their possible role in supporting healthy cellular activity and blood vessel regulation. A simple cup of unsweetened green tea in the afternoon may be a gentle habit for many older adults. Tomatoes are another powerful everyday food. Their red color comes from lycopene, an antioxidant linked with cellular protection. Interestingly, lycopene becomes easier for the body to absorb when tomatoes are cooked. That means tomato soup, tomato sauce, and stewed tomatoes may be especially useful additions to meals. Blueberries bring deep blue anthocyanins, natural compounds studied for antioxidant and immune-supporting properties. Soy foods, such as tofu, edamame, and unsweetened soy milk, have also been studied for their plant compounds. Many people fear soy because of confusion around hormones. But moderate whole soy foods can fit into a healthy diet for many adults. Of course, anyone with a specific medical condition should ask their healthcare provider. The key is not fear. The key is addition. Add berries to breakfast. Add cooked tomatoes to soup. Add green tea instead of a sugary drink. Add tofu or edamame when it fits your meals. For seniors, these foods are simple, affordable, and easy to prepare. Healthy aging is rarely built from one dramatic change. More often, it is built from quiet choices repeated daily. A cup, a bowl, a handful, a habit, and over time, those habits may help the body stay more resilient. Hashtag tip number 2. The tiny blue fruit that may support your immune system. There is something almost comforting about blueberries. They are small, naturally sweet, easy to eat, and filled with deep blue color that almost looks too beautiful to be healthy. But scientists have spent years studying blueberries because of what may be happening inside those tiny fruits. As the body ages, the immune system often changes. Recovery may take longer. Energy may feel lower. Seasonal illnesses may hit harder than they once did. Part of the reason involves chronic low-grade inflammation, a quiet form of stress inside the body that may slowly affect joints, blood vessels, energy levels, and immune balance over time. Blueberries contain natural compounds called anthocyanins. These are the pigments responsible for their rich blue-purple color. Researchers believe these compounds may help support antioxidant defenses and immune function. Some studies suggest blueberries may help support important immune cells, including T cells and natural killer cells. These cells help the body identify unusual or infected cells and respond to stress more effectively. Think of them like part of your body's internal security team. They do not need panic. They need nourishment. What makes blueberries especially helpful for older adults is their simplicity. There are no complicated instructions, no strict schedules, no expensive routines. A handful over oatmeal in the morning, mixed into plain yogurt after dinner, added to a smoothie, or simply eaten fresh as a snack. Even frozen blueberries retain many beneficial nutrients, which makes them affordable and practical year-round. And perhaps one of the most beautiful things about blueberries is that they still feel enjoyable. Healthy eating should not remove all pleasure from life. For many older adults, maintaining joy around food is deeply important. A colorful bowl of berries feels inviting, refreshing, and comforting in a way that harsh diets never do. No single food changes everything overnight. But over months and years, repeated small choices may quietly support the body from the inside out. Sometimes, healthy aging begins with something as simple as choosing color, nourishment, and care one meal at a time. Hashtag tip number 3. The green vegetable that may wake up your immune soldiers. The green vegetable that may wake up your immune soldiers is broccoli. At first, broccoli may not look very exciting. It sits quietly on the dinner plate, often pushed to the side, sometimes overcooked, and sometimes remembered as the vegetable many people were forced to eat as children. But inside broccoli is a remarkable natural compound called sulforaphane. Sulforaphane is found in cruciferous vegetables such as broccoli, cabbage, kale, Brussels sprouts, arugula, and cauliflower. Researchers have studied these foods because they may help support detoxification pathways, antioxidant defenses, and healthier inflammation balance. For older adults, this matters because the immune system can become less responsive with age. The body still has powerful defense cells, but those cells need steady nutritional support. Broccoli may help provide that support through its fiber, vitamins, minerals, and plant compounds. Some studies suggest compounds in broccoli may influence immune activity, including the function of T cells, important immune cells that help recognize threats and coordinate the body's response. You can think of T cells as trained guards inside the body. They do not need fear. They do not need miracle promises. They need the right environment to do their job well. And here is something many people miss. The broccoli stem is valuable too. Many people cut off the florets and throw the stem away. But the stem contains fiber and protective plant compounds. Peel the tough outer layer, slice it thin, and add it to soups, stir-fries, or stews. You can also blend cooked broccoli stems with vegetable broth, garlic, and olive oil for a warm, gentle soup. But if you want the most concentrated form, broccoli sprouts are especially interesting. These tiny young broccoli plants contain high levels of sulforaphane-related compounds. They can be added to salads, sandwiches, wraps, or smoothies. Their flavor is peppery, so seniors may want to start with a small amount. One common mistake is overcooking broccoli until it becomes mushy and sulfur-smelling. Light steaming is usually better than boiling for too long. Broccoli is not glamorous. It is not expensive. It does not make dramatic promises. But day after day, This humble green vegetable may help nourish the immune system, support digestion, and give aging cells the nutrients they need to stay strong. Hashtag rule number 4. Stop fighting food. Start adding what helps your body. For many older adults, healthy eating becomes exhausting not because they lack discipline, but because they are tired of feeling restricted. Too many diets are built around fear. No bread, no dessert, no comfort foods, no enjoyment. Eventually, eating stops feeling nourishing and starts feeling stressful. And emotional stress itself can affect sleep, digestion, energy, and even inflammation levels inside the body. That is why many longevity experts now encourage a different mindset. Instead of obsessing over what to remove, focus first on what to add. Add more foods rich in fiber. Add colorful fruits and vegetables. Add foods that support the gut microbiome. Add foods that leave your body feeling calmer, lighter, and more energized. This approach often feels more sustainable because it removes the feeling of punishment. Imagine beginning your morning with oatmeal and berries instead of guilt. Adding a warm bowl of broccoli soup beside dinner instead of criticizing yourself for one small dessert. Drinking green tea during a quiet afternoon break instead of focusing on every unhealthy habit from the past. These small additions can slowly reshape routines over time. Researchers studying long-lived communities around the world often notice a pattern. The healthiest populations usually do not follow extreme short-term diets. Instead, they build consistent habits around whole foods, movement, social connection, and emotional balance. And that emotional balance matters more than many people realize. The human brain naturally resists harsh restriction. The moment someone hears, "You can never eat that again," cravings often become stronger. That cycle may lead to guilt, frustration, and eventually giving up completely. But gentle consistency works differently. When nourishing foods begin filling your plate naturally, there is often less room for foods that leave the body feeling sluggish or inflamed. And perhaps the most freeing truth is this: perfection is not required. There will still be birthdays, family gatherings, holiday meals, comfort foods on difficult days. That does not erase healthy habits. The body is adaptable. It responds to patterns repeated over time. For seniors, the healthiest routine is often the one that feels calm enough, realistic enough, and enjoyable enough to continue for years. Because healthy aging is not about punishment. It is about learning how to care for your body with patience, consistency, and kindness. Hashtag tip number 5. The fuzzy green fruit that may help protect your DNA. The fuzzy green fruit that may help protect your DNA is kiwi. At first glance, kiwi looks ordinary, small, brown, fuzzy, and easy to overlook. But when you cut it open, you see bright green flesh, tiny black seeds, and a fresh flavor that feels alive. For older adults, kiwi is especially interesting because researchers have studied its possible role in supporting cellular protection. Your DNA is like the instruction manual inside every cell. It helps guide repair, renewal, immune function, and healthy aging. But over time, DNA can be affected by oxidative stress from inflammation, poor sleep, pollution, processed foods, and normal daily metabolism. This does not mean aging is hopeless. The body has natural repair systems, and certain foods may help support those systems by providing antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, and fiber. Kiwi is rich in vitamin C, a nutrient that helps support antioxidant defenses. It also contains fiber and natural plant compounds that may help protect cells from oxidative stress. Some research suggests kiwi consumption may help support the body's ability to manage cellular stress and reduce markers of oxidative damage. That is why this small fruit has become interesting in healthy aging research. And the best part is how simple it is. Slice one kiwi into breakfast. Add it to plain yogurt. Blend it into a smoothie. Chop it into a fruit bowl. Or cut it in half and eat it with a spoon like a soft green dessert. For many seniors, kiwi is also easy to chew, naturally hydrating, and refreshing without feeling heavy. But there are a few cautions. Some people are sensitive or allergic to kiwi, especially those with latex allergies or reactions to certain fruits. Kiwi may also bother people with acid reflux or mouth sensitivity. And anyone taking blood thinners, managing kidney disease, or following a special medical diet should ask a healthcare professional before making major changes. The goal is not to force one food on every person. The goal is to recognize that small, ordinary choices can help support the body over time. A kiwi does not come in a fancy bottle. It does not need a complicated recipe. It does not promise a miracle. But inside that little green fruit are nutrients that may help aging cells stay nourished, protected, and resilient. Sometimes, caring for your future begins with one simple piece of fruit today. Hashtag tip number 6. How one kiwi may help feed the good bacteria in your gut. How one kiwi may help feed the good bacteria in your gut is one of the most exciting discoveries in modern nutrition science. In recent years, scientists have begun calling the gut the second brain, and for good reason. Inside the digestive system live trillions of bacteria and microorganisms known as the gut microbiome. These tiny organisms influence digestion, immune balance, inflammation, metabolism, mood, and even parts of brain health. For older adults, maintaining a healthy microbiome becomes increasingly important because gut diversity often decreases with age. That decline may contribute to bloating, sluggish digestion, lower energy, weaker immunity, and greater inflammation throughout the body. This is where kiwi becomes especially interesting. Beyond its vitamin C and antioxidant content, kiwi also contains natural fiber that acts as a prebiotic. A prebiotic is essentially food for the beneficial bacteria living inside the gut. In other words, kiwi does not just nourish you. It may also help nourish the helpful organisms working quietly inside your body every single day. Some studies suggest kiwi may support digestive comfort and help encourage the growth of beneficial gut bacteria associated with healthier digestion and immune support. For seniors who occasionally struggle with constipation or irregular digestion, kiwi may also help support bowel regularity because of its natural fiber and water content. And unlike many heavily processed health products, kiwi is simple. No powders, no subscriptions, no complicated instructions, just real food. One kiwi after breakfast, sliced into yogurt, added to a smoothie, or eaten as a refreshing evening snack. The deeper lesson here is bigger than one fruit. Your body is constantly responding to what you repeatedly give it. Every bowl of berries, every serving of broccoli, every cup of green tea, every kiwi. These are not just foods. They are daily signals that may help support healthier aging from the inside out. And healthy aging does not require obsession. It requires consistency, curiosity, and kindness toward your body. The goal is not perfection. The goal is building small habits that gently strengthen your health over time. Because the body often responds best not to extremes, but to steady care repeated day after day. Today, we explored 6 simple foods and habits that may help support healthier aging in a gentle, realistic way. First, we talked about everyday foods that may help the body maintain healthier blood vessel balance, including green tea, tomatoes, blueberries, and soy foods. Second, we looked at blueberries, the tiny blue fruit that may support immune balance and help calm oxidative stress. Third, we discovered broccoli, especially broccoli sprouts, and how its natural compounds may help support immune function and cellular defenses. Fourth, we learned to stop fighting food and start adding what helps the body, because healthy aging should not feel like punishment. Fifth, we explored kiwi, the fuzzy green fruit studied for its role in antioxidant protection and cellular health. And sixth, we saw how kiwi may also feed the good bacteria in the gut, supporting digestion, immunity, and long-term vitality. None of these foods are magic cures. They do not replace medical care. They do not erase the need for checkups. They do not promise overnight transformation. But they can become part of a wiser daily rhythm. A cup of green tea, a handful of berries, a serving of broccoli, a spoonful of tomato soup, a simple kiwi after breakfast. Small choices may not feel powerful in the moment, but repeated over weeks, months, and years, they can help create a body that feels better supported, more nourished, and more resilient. Growing older is not about losing control of your health. It is about learning how to protect your strength with more wisdom, more patience, and more love for the body that has carried you this far. Now tell us in the comments, which of these foods do you already eat, and which one will you try adding this week? If this video helped you, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone you love. And check the link in the description for today's recommended senior health resource. Because aging well is not built in one dramatic moment. It is built in the quiet choices you make every single day.